Spirit fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a message for you regarding the upcoming new moon in Pisces on March the 13th. Let's keep in mind that a new moon is bringing in something new beginnings, new opportunities, and let's get right into it. So for those of you that are new, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor, intuitive coach, and I provide you with guidance and wisdom every week right here on this channel. We truly appreciate every single one of you. We have slowly been increasing. Our goal for this year is to reach 1,000 subscribers. So all we can truly do is ask that you please subscribe if you are not already. Give us a like as it truly does help our content. Comment down below if you desire and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. Let's get into this new moon message. All right. Okay, so just real quick, this is going to be a new moon in Pisces, and it is going to be happening on March the 13th. So I just want to sort of remind that a new moon is a new time for new beginnings, right? It is a time to sort of wipe the slate clean, allow ourselves to start and to gather, creating plans, aligning our thoughts with the things that we're really wanting to bring into fruition into our life. So we're going to start off with an oracle card, with oracle cards, because I really want them to, Spirit and the angels to really provide us with some deep intention on what this new moon in Pisces is really going to bring forward to us. So let's go ahead and get started. Please note that I've already pre-shuffled the cards. Also note that I take jumpers from the pack. I don't like to choose my own cards. Also, I want you to keep in mind that this is going to be a general message for the collective. So there might be bits and pieces in here that you don't resonate with, and that is perfectly okay. We ask that you just take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. Let's get right into it. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information and insight can you provide us regarding this upcoming new moon in Pisces on March the 13th? Boy, they are speaking today, aren't they? Alrighty, already we've got 3. So we're going to get 3 more because I like to do a 6-card spread. What information and insight can you provide us? What information, what energy is this new moon in Pisces bringing to us on March the 13th? What information can you provide us regarding this new moon in Pisces? I love this already. What information and insight? Okay, so we have 2 already. All right, perfect. I absolutely freaking love this. Okay, all right, my fellow friends. Let me get my handy dandy selenite pointer. I really love this. Really helps me stay focused. So we are starting out. So this new moon in Pisces is really going to be bringing in a lot of emotional energy. So Pisces naturally are very intuitive. They're very instinctive, and sometimes they can be very emotionally imbalanced. And I really feel that this new energy that's coming in on the 13th is really going to bring in a lot of emotions. It might actually bring in a lot of emotions from your past, things that you might have thought that you've actually fixed, or that you might have actually healed, or that you might have actually worked through. And it's going to sort of often put you on guard. It's going to catch you off guard, quite honestly. And so the first message we have here is Star Mother. So this is really asking us to sort of allow ourselves to remind ourselves, how can we mother ourselves? So what does a mother naturally do for us? A mother cares for us. It nurtures, they nurture us. And so this is really Spirit's way of wanting you to bring into your own realization, what are some things that you can actually do that help nurture you, that help care for you during this process as you go through this evolution of growth with this new energy? If you are feeling things that are coming up that sort of help make you feel disconnected, or they make you feel discombobulated, what are the things that you could actually do for yourself that would help make you feel nurtured, make you feel cared for? Spirit really wants you to be aware that this is something that you can provide for yourself. And I want you to know that, you need to learn to listen to the signs and the signals that your body is sending you. Okay? Really listen to what it is your body is needing, because there is so much energetic shift going on in the collective right now. A lot of people are going to feel very disoriented. They're not going to feel like they normally would, because there's just so much energy going in and out of the collective. And so you really need to learn how your body responds to those type of energies. You also need to really understand what your body is actually communicating to you. So how can you nurture and how can you care for yourself? So that is something that you really want to keep in mind this upcoming new moon. Okay. Next, we have get grounded. I absolutely love this. Now, what this is really bringing into our awareness and what it's really saying is that with all of this chaotic energy that's flowing in and out of our consciousness right now, and if Pisces energy is really emotional, the most important thing that you can do, a better way of allowing yourself to self-care for yourself, is to allow yourself to get grounded. Now, this is really important for all of my empaths out there, because you know that you tend to be very highly sensitive. You tend to feel things at a much deeper level, and they can feel very intense, and it makes you feel off. And I simply say that because this last full moon that we had in Virgo, it knocked me on my feet. Now, I am a Virgo, and I am a late Virgo. Okay. I'm on the cusp between Virgo and Libra. And I really was not supposed to feel the energetic shift that intensely, but that full moon, it kicked my ass. And that was one of those moments where I really had to step back and say, okay, what is my body really needing at this moment? So the important thing is spend time out in nature, okay? Allow yourself to feel connected to nature. Whether you actually, if you enjoy gardening, do that. Like, I've recently started taking up gardening just because it helps me feel connected. It helps me feel grounded. Take walks out in nature. Allow yourself to just be out in nature. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of the sun or to feel the breeze as it brushes across your face. Really get connected. When you allow yourself to get connected, you feel level, right? It allows you to sort of dispel that uneasiness that you might feel with this incoming energy, okay? Next, we have you're already doing it, okay? Now, what I feel this is really saying is, don't allow yourself to overthink, okay? This new moon, don't allow yourself to just sort of do the what ifs that are constantly floating in your mind. Remember that if you're doing something right now that has aligned you with your joy and your happiness, like if you love what it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Just keep doing it, because that is aligning you to your true north. And this card really speaks about you doing the things that you love that align you with your soul truth, your true north, okay? If you are currently not doing something, I think what you might find is that a lot of the energies that you're going to be feeling with this upcoming new moon is you're going to start to really question, am I really happy doing what I'm doing? Or is there something else out there that I would enjoy doing more? Would I get more joy out of my day if I did this? I am not surprised at all that there are a lot of people out in the collective right now that are really questioning about, are they really happy with their job? Because I think that what 2020 really brought us is it allowed us to really think in different ways that we would have never allowed ourselves to think, okay? So what this is really wanting you to bring into your awareness, okay, is keep facing your true north. If you are already aligned with something that you love and you enjoy doing that, allow yourself to be open to the possibility of doing that full time, okay? Next, we have keepers of the earth, okay? So this just wants you to know that you are not alone going through this transition this new moon. Recognize and understand that there are a lot of people in the collective, a lot of people. Everyone is feeling this new energy that we are moving towards, okay? And what I want to make very clear is that what we're moving towards is a new age. We are moving towards a new way of believing, a new way of seeing, a new way of understanding. We are moving towards the age of light, okay? And this is what I want everyone to understand. The chaotic energy, the discord that everyone is feeling, it is coming up because you are having to recognize what is aligning you to your true north. It's aligning you to what it's calling for you, right? The things that no longer resonate with you are things that you need to learn to let go. With this Keepers of the Earth, this goes very much in line with aligning with the things that bring you joy, allowing yourself to get grounded, allow yourself to care for yourself, to care for the earth, to allow yourself to nurture yourself, okay? This just wants you to know that you have the help, you have the guidance. If you have people within your circle that truly allow you to be yourself authentically, those are the people you really want to hang out with. I also want to point out that on this card, you can see this moon here, right? This is really about connecting, really connecting. Don't be surprised if you find yourself really intrigued by the energy that the moon brings in and the type of phases that the moon goes through, because you might actually be feeling them. You're just not aware that you're feeling them, okay? Next, we have birthing a new age. Now, this is what I just spoke about, that we're moving into a new way of being on this planet and in this reality. And what this says is that there's a lot of new things that are coming to the surface, a lot of new creations. You might have inspirations, ideas of things that you're wanting to explore, to research, to understand, to know. Allow yourself to go through that. This is about dreaming a new world into being. Now, what I want to say here is that this is mostly important for all of the light workers out in the collective. My fellow light workers, right now, it is so important. And I just want to point out that it is 12:22 right now as I'm saying this. So I'm very much a numbers girl. I pay attention to the synchronicities and the signs. So right now, my fellow light workers, it is so important that you maintain your light, that you maintain your validity of what it is you are holding space for, okay? Don't worry about what is going on outside of you. The most important thing that you can do as a light worker is continue to hold steadfast to your light, to your true north, and to continue doing what you're doing, working on yourself, continuing to face the things that come up, continuing to work through any discords that you might feel. That is what is most important. Remember, we are dreaming a new world into existence, and it is so important that we continue to do what we are called here to do. Next, we have dance with life. Now, what I really love about this is that this is really calling us to do something to charge our energy. So the one thing I have definitely found is that with this influx of energy is that there are moments when you have really highs and really lows. And a lot of it has to do with the frequency, the vibration of the energy that is around the planet right now, okay? So what this is really asking you to do is, when you feel the energy, allow yourself to flow with the energy. Do something to help keep your energy and your vibration in that high aspect. Now, this is mostly for my light workers. Whether that's, whether you need to actually sit outside in nature with your feet firmly planted on the ground, whether you actually move, allow yourself to dance. Sometimes I find myself dancing in my kitchen for no apparent reason, but I just feel like I need to move. And it's because my body is trying to adjust to the various, actual activations that are happening vibrationally in our body. And I need that movement to allow myself to adjust to that. Go outside, take walks with nature, allow yourself to do what you feel. Listen to your body. This is the most important thing. Listen to your body. All right. So now we're going to move into the tarot and see what additional information the tarot is going to offer us for this new moon in Pisces. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information and insight can you provide for us regarding this upcoming new moon in Pisces on March the 13th? All right, let's see here. Right. What additional information and insight can you provide us regarding this upcoming new moon on March the 13th? Do we want this one? Yes. One more, please. Thank you. Okay. All right, my friends, here we go. So this first card is going to be what you've actually released, okay? We have the King of Swords here, and we have it in reversed. Now, I normally don't read these cards in reverse, but the way that they fall out is how I take them. So this King of Swords, what you've actually released is, I sort of feel that what's really transitioning right now in this new moon in Pisces is that I think some of you are really overthinking things. You're really overthinking the entire process. You're really overthinking. You're not really allowing yourself to be connected intuitively or physically in your body. I think a lot of times when we overthink, we overanalyze things. We don't really allow ourselves to be connected when we're just up in our head way too much, okay? So what this is really asking us to do is you need to release control of the fears that you have associated with creating a new path for yourself. A King of Swords is someone who creates his own path, but he utilizes his intelligence and his wisdom, which is his intuition, to guide him because he has that observer perspective. He sees things from an observer perspective, a much broader perspective. And I really feel that what needs to be let go of here is you need to let go of the fear of not being able to see that far ahead. Understand that you don't need to have a complete path laid out for you. You need to take it one step at a time. But remember that you have to be in balance both intellectually and intuitively. So if you're overthinking, if you're not really focusing on what your intuition is really guiding you to do here, then it's going to be very difficult for you to actually tune in to the right course of action here, okay? So what you need to release here is release your fear of needing to be so in control of every minute detail, okay? Next, we have where you currently are right now. So we have justice here, okay, which really tells me that it's a balance. It's a balancing act right now. I really feel that there's a lot of you out in the collective right now that are balancing between, you know, the good and the bad. You're really starting to realize that you have a lot more control of your thoughts than you once originally had. You know, justice really speaks about balance. It speaks about balance between light and dark. It also speaks about cause and effect, recognizing that for every cause, there is an effect that creates that cause. And for every effect, there is a cause that creates that effect. And so when you can learn and recognize that every action has a reaction to it and understand that it's so important that you remain in balance with your truth, that is the most important thing is. So I think everyone here is really sort of starting to look at things in a more balanced way. And you're really starting to see, well, how is this for my highest good and the highest good of all? Okay. Next, we have what is emerging within you. I absolutely love this because we have the 10 of Swords in reversed. And this 10 of Swords really means that the worst is behind you, okay? So if you really feel like you've been going through it, okay? I really feel that if you really feel that you've been going through it these past few months, and And I sort of feel like this is just something that everyone has just sort of been experiencing, where we've all been sort of experiencing a big sense of loss, where we've been betrayed, where we've been backstabbed, where we felt so neglected and abused. The worst is behind us now. We're at that point now where we're allowing ourselves to heal. We're walking away from the things that we recognize no longer serve us. Like that old story is no longer our story. So we're walking away from it, okay? Now, this is so important because now we moved into what you wish to grow, and we have the devil here, okay? Now, what I find really interesting is the devil really speaks to about that bondage, right? That bondage or that sense of being stuck energetically in a certain situation. Now, what I feel this really represents and what you're really wanting to grow here is it's right below the King of Swords here, okay? So I'm going to look at these two this way. This King of Swords in reversed is really about you overthinking, okay? The devil energy is that energy that sort of comes into play when we start to allow that type of fear, right? So devil energy is really about a fear. It's an illusion. It truly is just an illusion. So what you're really wanting to bring to the surface is all of the illusions that you're currently facing so that you can recognize them and move past them, okay? I say that because what you're truly wanting to, what could you actually use that will help you grow and bring things to the surface? We have the world, okay? So what you're wanting to grow here is you're wanting to be able to see past the illusions. You're wanting to recognize things for what they really are so that you could then release them and let them go. It's the whole reason why the Ten of Swords is here, okay? Now, what can you bring? What can you utilize to bring your goals and your intentions to fruition? We have the world, right? So the world really talks about a full completion. It talks about the end of a cycle. Once you can actually recognize the illusions that you're facing or that are there within you, you'll be able to really see that you've risen above them, right? So the world is really about recognizing that you have completed this cycle. You're now moving into this higher state of being because you're so clear about what it is that lesson or that experience or that situation provided you. And now you're on a new lesson. You're moving onto something better, okay? Now, what additional resources are available to you? We have the Hermit here, okay? And the Hermit really speaks about you looking within yourself, recognizing that this is really about you coming to the realization that you are your solution. You are the light in this particular situation. So this new moon is really going to illuminate for you that all of the answers that you're seeking, everything that you're wanting to sort of understand in your life is waiting for you. All you simply need to do is look within. Really ask yourself those deep questions. Be willing to climb that mountain of self, no matter how frightening it might be, right? Climbing that mountain of self really is about you discovering the illusions that are preventing you from moving forward, right? And if the new moon is really about you bringing in a new beginning or starting something new or starting from a clean slate, you need to be able to, number one, be so clear, okay? So clear about what it is you are desiring and what it is that you are wanting. Once you have that clarity, then it's really going to be about you balancing out what is not in alignment in regards to what you're wanting, right? Because once you have that clear vision of what it is you're desiring, now you can balance it out. You can figure out what is good for you, what is not good for you. You can let go of what does not serve you or doesn't align with your truth, and you can be in balance. And once you can become in balance, all of the hard stuff starts to disappear. It starts to go away. You then begin to recognize that there is a brighter horizon around the bend. The worst is over, right? And just when you reach that point, you start asking yourself, well, are there more illusions that I'm not willing, that I need to face that can actually get me to this clean slate? What is it that I need to become more aware of? What is it that I truly need to face that I sort of feel is masking me from, what are the masks that I'm constantly viewing that isn't allowing me to start over? Okay. When you can see those illusions for what they are, you then begin to rise above those illusions. You begin to see them so clearly that you're like, that's fake. That's fake. I don't need that. I don't need that. Because now you have a vision. You have clarity about where you're wanting to go. You understand that this new clean slate is your new beginning, and it's right here. And when you get to that new beginning, you're now holding the keys to your own destiny. You're holding the keys to your own star, where this new clean slate can begin with this hermit. Because now you understand that as you're at the top of that mountain, you understand that you needed to go through that journey, through those experiences, to allow you to truly be at the top and recognize your worth, your value, and what is the most important to you. Okay, my friends, that is the information that I have for you for this upcoming new moon in Pisces on March the 13th. I thank you all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.